Have you ever searched for your brand in ChatGPT or Google AI overviews and got a totally wrong answer? Now, I was recently speaking to a plumbing business based in Manchester, and whenever you would search for that brand's name, it would actually come back saying that they were a bakery in America. According to a study with Yoast, this is actually very, very common. AI is misrepresenting a lot of brands, mainly down to the actual data influx. So, for example, one of the examples that they've actually given is for a shoe brand. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to fix this, but if you aren't worried about this, you definitely should be, because the more and more tools that end up using AI, this is going to become a bigger issue at hand. Like, for example, this is another scenario where Air Canada's chatbot got a completely wrong information. So if, say, for example, you were using like an AI chatbot on a website, that could also be misrepresenting your brand or any specific information about you as well. Now, there is a seriously easy way to fix this, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can fix this for your website. Now, if we take a look here, this is my AI or LLM SEO checklist. We've got our LLM SEO checklist V1. I am more than confident that at some point in the next couple weeks, in the next couple months, I will be updating this to be in V2, V3, V4. So if you haven't already, get the link down below. It will be on this page here. If you scroll down here, fill in your information, you'll get an email with the link. And once you have the link, just click on File and make a copy here, right? So I've already done a video on how to use the LLM SEO checklist, so I won't cover that today. I've also got a video on how to use the LLM SEO foundations. Do you know what? I'm actually going to slightly rename this to be in assets instead. This is basically going through like how you can build up consensus to actually establish trust within LLMs. The next step is the LLM questions. Now, if you've never done this before, or if you've never looked at my website, if you head over to kasra-.com, or even if you were to head over to the Masterminders, right? What I do on my websites is include specific information. I make it super clear. Now, the reason why I do this is I always have an FAQ on my homepages. And the reason for that is when LLMs, when AI, when OpenAI, when Claude, Perplexity, whatever the LLM system is, or even Google, they always tend to start off by crawling the homepage of your website. And if you don't have specific information about who founded the Masterminders, when is the conference, for example, or in my case on my Kasra Dash website, like who is Kasra Dash, what is Kasra Dash an expert in, you're allowing AI to essentially just second guess or potentially not correctly align with your brand. If you are super clear with who you are, what you do, the services that you provide, your opening hours, your telephone number, it just allows AI to basically scrape that information and just feed the LLMs as much as possible. What I've done is I have done, I think it's around 34 different questions that you can actually include on your business homepage. So for example, we've got some brand identity questions like what is the business name, when was it founded, who founded the business, what does the business do, what topics is the brand associated with, what is the official website, the social media profiles. Then you've got the business entity as well, and then you've got like local data as well. So if you're a local business, you might want to do this. If you aren't, if you are maybe like an e-commerce business, this is obviously your chance to mention that you're an e-commerce business. Then you've got like services. So like, what are the core services that you provide? Is it SEO audits? Is it plumbing services? Is it dental? Whatever the case is. Then we've got target audience, we've got credibility. So for example, Has the business been featured or mentioned anywhere? Yes, Kasra SEO has been featured in Search Engine Journal, Ahrefs, SEMrush. This is where you would basically want to mention like any citations, for example. You might be mentioned in Yellow Pages or Yelp or whatever. Then we've obviously got like credentials. So if you've won any awards, for example, any podcasts or events that you've attended. Then we've got some structured data. Now, with the structured data, you will probably also want to back this up with using schema. If you want me to do a dedicated video on schema, do let me know, and I'll do a video on that. It's pretty boring / advanced stuff, but again, anything to help feed the LLMs is what we're actually focusing on. Then at the end here, we have got brand messaging. So what is the brand tonality? Is it data driven? Is it no fluff? Again, you might be thinking, why would ChatGPT care about the tonality? But when, in some cases, like if I was to mention, or if I was to get mentioned by ChatGPT now, it basically says Kasra Dash is a very data driven SEO, and he does a lot of data studies on his blog. So that's the reason why in some cases we like to mention the tonality of the actual brand or the person as well. The brand mission statement. So my mission statement's always been very clear. Even when I've been doing SEO videos, I want to educate as many SEOs to get better results for their clients. That's basically my brand mission statement. And then how should people describe Kasra Dash as well? This is really important, this very last question, because if you get this wrong, that's when AI will misrepresent you. So if you can obviously answer as many of these questions, you might not need to answer all of these questions, or in some cases, you might also decide to add certain questions as well. Like, for example, the questions on the masterminders is very, very different. Like, for example, I have got, how many attendees attend? How can I sponsor the masterminders? What's included in VIP and mastermind tickets? Now, for example, if you offer certain services, like let's say you are an emergency plumber, you might say, is Kasra Plumbing open at, or is Kasra Plumbing open 24/7? That might be one of your specific questions. And then obviously you would say, yes, Kasra Plumbing is open 24/7. So the questions do differ from website to website, but I would say out of the 35 questions here, I reckon that there's at least 15 to 20 questions that should be on every single website. And like what I said before, I would literally have it on the homepage of my website, because that is where a lot of AI or a lot of chatbots or a lot of OpenAI, Claude, etc. That's where they start their crawl. They will visit your homepage, try to figure out what you do. And if you don't have these questions, they're basically going to guess, right? If you do have these questions, you're making things a lot easier for ChatGPT, Claude, etc. If you guys haven't, please remember to subscribe and also leave a like. If you have enjoyed the video, remember to comment as well. I do read all the comments if you've got any questions as well. Otherwise, if you want to work with me, head over to kasradash.com, fill in the contact form. There are also tickets still available for the Masterminders. It's happening June 24th to the 26th next year. So feel free to grab your tickets there as well. Thanks for watching.